What is up, y'all? I know I promised that I was gonna do the Mikey Goes to the Movies next week, um, but I'm up, I'm bored, and I just watched Dreamgirls, so I figured why not just go ahead and fucking do it now, um, and be done with it, and that'll leave room to do other stuff later. Um, During my next space of off time. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now. And just to kind of give you a heads up, um, two of the three I absolutely loved, and the one I absolutely hated, and like it has nothing to do with the acting or anything like that. I just didn't like the movie. Um, so with that said, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the shitty part of this over and done with first. So we're gonna start with Fiddler on the Roof. Um, like I said, again, this isn't really a knock on the acting or the um, music or anything, because that was all okay. That was all good. Um, my problem with this particular movie is it moved too slow for me. I know that movies, most of them anyway, will go at their own pace, but this was just too fucking slow. It was fucking 3 hours that I will never get back. It was too slow. I was waiting for it to go somewhere, and it's almost like it never did. Um, like I said, the songs were cool. The acting was good. The locations and stuff were pretty cool as well. But like pacing just killed it for me. I hated it because of the pacing, man. It could have been a little faster if they could have gotten the story points, um, you know, different ways. I feel like than they did. Um, but being as old as it was, I guess they used the technology and like the filming um, um, I don't know. I'm filming something. I was looking for a word there and I lost it. But like it looks like they use what they had at the time. So maybe I guess what I'm trying to say is I guess the you know way films were made at the times. They were meant to be kind of slow, and maybe that's just me, my short attention span, really. But I just ugh, I just didn't like anything about this movie story wise or pace wise. So while the songs were good, the performances were okay. I mean, I didn't like this, like I said, the story or pacing, but the performances were okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that um, 2 Wheaties out of 5, and I feel like that's being generous. Um, but I mean, it is what it is. We can't all like all the same things. So if you're gonna land base me for it, please, by all means, um, if this sparks a debate, cool, I'm all for it. But in this case, ugh, Fiddler on the Roof, skip it. Now we're gonna get into like a couple of musicals that I absolutely loved. I'm gonna start, and I'm doing this intentionally, Jen, so don't kill me. I'm gonna start with Dreamgirls because I know Jen wants to hear the 1776 review, so I'm doing that intentionally last. Jen, you can kill me for that later, but you gotta wait. um, Dreamgirls, man, was excellent. I loved it. Story was good. The actors were all good. The songs. To be honest with you guys, as soon as I watched this, I went on Amazon looking for the sound, looking for the soundtrack. So the music was that good. um, I thought that um, this is one of the better musicals I've seen. Um, right up there with Chicago. Um, and definitely one of um, Jamie Foxx's better performances in movies, and Beyonce did a nice job with the singing. Um, Eddie Murphy, I thought this was his best performance since Life. Okay, and that's saying something because Life was like 97, 98, um, and this was I don't know 04, 05 maybe. Um, so this was his best performance since Life. Um, I really enjoyed it. It was a little long, but it didn't seem like it was long. Um, just because like the performances were so riveting, and um, you know, I was like hooked in like Eddie Murphy, Beyonce, and Jamie Foxx hooked my ass into this movie within the first 10 minutes. And like when it was over, I almost wanted to go back and watch it again just because I didn't think I saw everything. But but it's definitely worth picking up, worth adding to the collection. One I'm really glad I picked up, and um, it's definitely another watcher for me. So I probably will watch it again at some point. Um, and I will give that 5 wheelies out of 5. Excellent, highly recommended, best performance I've seen Jamie Foxx have since. Well, I know these probably came out like um, Dreamgirls probably came out before Collateral, but this was to me, since I just saw it now, um, Jamie Foxx's best performance since Collateral, and Eddie Murphy definitely his best performance since Life, um, and definitely 5 wheels out of 5. Highest recommendation. You haven't seen it, you need to see it. Pick it up. Get it from Redbox. Get it from Netflix. Whatever you do, watch it. That brings us to the main event of the evening. 1776. Now, okay, I haven't seen this one before. I watched it a couple days ago. And I was glad I remedied that. I've always heard about it. Always heard about how good it was and whatever, but I've never actually seen it. And I can't say enough good things about this movie. The songs were excellent. The storyline was just off the chain. William Daniels' performance was just nuts. And I learned some things I don't think that the history books tell us. The major things I took away from this movie was not just a struggle for independence, but the fact that in the original Declaration of Independence, um, John Adams had written, or John Hancock, sorry, had written the amendment about no slavery should be allowed into that. And because so for the longest time that was a part of the Constitution, but South Carolina wouldn't sign the Declaration of Independence unless they got their slavery's okay, which eventually they did. Apparently the thing was signed. We got our independence from England, and rest is history, of course. But it was just really interesting to me to kind of see that told through a musical. And Ashley told me that she has seen this live on Broadway, which would have been awesome to be able to do. But I'm glad I was able to watch the movie version of it. Like I said, Um, Pacing, story, everything was good. Can't say enough good things about William Daniels' performance in this. Just excellent. I would definitely, if you're a dipshit like me and haven't seen it before a couple of days ago, go out of your way to find it on Netflix, you know, Amazon Prime, Redbox, stuff, places like that, to watch it because it's just totally excellent. There were some special features on there too. The only thing that I kind of was about was while there were some deleted songs on there, um, there wasn't like a retrospective, talking to, like William Daniels or any of the other actors. They did do a thing with the director, but it's not really. But I'm not gonna take off for that. Um, Definitely still worth seeing. Um, I'm just nitpicking because I'm a movie geek and like that extra, all the extra stuff I can get. So I'm gonna go ahead and give 1776 5 out of 5. And go ahead, pick it up, find it if you haven't seen it, watch it, study it, and learn from it. So I'm gonna go back through these. We're gonna do um, 2.5, I believe, on um, Fiddler on the Roof. 5 out of 5 wheelies on Green Girls, and 5 out of 5 wheelies on 1776. So basically, check out Green Girls and 1776 if you haven't. And if somebody wants you to watch Fiddler on the Roof, run the other way. Um, so I'm gonna end that there. Tell you all thank you, I love you, and thank you all for supporting the creativity. And I may drop some new stuff next week. I just dropped the Mikey's Top 5. That seems people seem to like that, so um, that's good to know. I may drop since I'm doing the Mikey Goes to the Movies now, I may drop the first Mikey's Library, which I'm planning to use the first Mikey's Library to review Stuart Scott's book, Every Day I Fight, and Chrissy Hines' book, Reckless, My Life as a Pretender, by Chrissy Hines, from The Pretenders. Both of those books were excellent, but I'll get into more details about those next week. And I'm going to end this now and go find some stuff so I can take my pills and calm myself out. I love y'all. Peace.